2022's undoubtedly shaping up to be a great year for CF Moto. And as they're somewhat the new kid on the block, they've a lot to prove. And with the unveiling of its new flagship, the 1250 TRG touring bike, and the much anticipated SRC21, and its awesome 2021 800 MT, the guys at CF are definitely starting to make waves amongst the global biking community. So hang fire for a few minutes, as we take a look at 5 reasons you should take this new 1250 from CF Moto seriously. Getting straight down to the business end of the bike, this new model gets its power from a 1250cc liquid-cooled V-twin, that's derived from CF Moto's orange partner in crime, KTM. As such, it'll use a new version of KTM's LC8 V-twin engine, and despite the 1250 name, the bike's actual capacity's 1279cc, that'll knock its sibling the 800 MT off its podium, as the largest capacity and most powerful motorcycle yet to emerge from China. So along with its reliability, the engine also boasts an impressive peak power output of 105 kilowatts, or 140 horsepower at 8500 RPM. And to go with all that power, 120 Newton meters of torque at 7000 RPM. While we don't as yet have a 0 to 60 on the bike, it's claimed to have a top speed of around 220 kilometers per hour, or 140 miles per hour. So with that said, let's take a look at the second reason we like this bike. Now, although this new TRG might be a Chinese-made bike, please don't take that the wrong way, as it's far from what you would normally expect. Or to put it another way, the bike's simply dripping with the sort of high-end components you get on the best of Japanese and European bikes. So what do we mean by that? Well, to start with, in the braking department you get a more than capable team-up, comprised of twin 320mm floating discs, with 4-piston Brembo calipers up front, that along with a twin-piston Brembo over a 240mm disc behind, gives you enough stopping power to cope with a rider, a pillion, 2 full panniers and a crammed top box. So although the bike was originally slated to get a semi-active WP fork setup, with electronically adjustable damping and preload, the bike's latest iteration shows a Marzocchi setup. And whether that compromise was made with the TRG's price tag in mind, we'll never know. However, to be honest with you, although it would have been very nice, a Marzocchi combination's more than capable of coping with the humps and bumps you may encounter along the way. As we know, rider fatigue's a real thing, but hopefully our third reason will help with that. The 1250 TRG's definitely looking to shoehorn itself into the luxury end of the market, and with that said, and in keeping with its GT virtues, the bike features a premium JBL multimedia sound system, and an electrically adjustable windscreen to help reduce wind blast, as well as a pair of heated grips, and a heated seat to keep the all-season riders amongst us warm. The bike also gets a tire pressure monitoring system, and more than generous luggage capacity, via a pair of hard panniers, and a top box that includes a pillion seat backrest as standard. Furthermore, in a motorcycling first, this new Grand Touring bike from CF features a massive 12.3-inch color TFT dash, which provides an unobstructed display of the bike's essential information and Bluetooth functionality. While the full-color TFT dashboard's believed to be the largest such unit ever to be used on a motorcycle, the giant widescreen display still offers all the usual information, as well as multimedia controls, and access to the bike setup, including multiple riding modes, and tire pressure readouts. It can also be reconfigured to change the layout of the instruments and user interface to suit the rider's individual needs. When it comes to the dimensions of the bike, they are pretty much what you need from a bike of this nature. And with a seat height of 820mm, and a wheelbase of 1482mm, the bike's dimensions should make for a comfortable ride for you and a pillion. The curb weight of the bike comes in at 300 kilograms, making it pretty much in the ballpark of its competitors. Not to mention a fuel tank that holds just shy of 23 liters, should get you from A to B a few times with some to spare. So without going into too much detail, in the electronics department we also find some cutting-edge technology, including a ride-by-wire throttle with 4 ride modes that integrates with the advantages of a very welcome Bosch cornering traction control and cornering ABS system that help provide the rider with maximum stability when faced with road debris while leaning. So with all this power and reliability from its 1276 cubic centimeters KTM engine, along with top spec components from Bosch, Brembo and Marzocchi, not to mention a whole host of rider comfort and aids. Now let's take a look at the fifth reason you should consider this bike. So the bike was originally set to launch in the first half of 2021, however, as we know, world events have put pay to many timelines, and we're now expecting the bike to be available in 2022, although an exact date has not been scheduled yet. This new bike from CF clearly boasts all the equipment of a bike that's trying to punch above its weight. But what about the price? Well, with it set to go on sale in the US at around a little over $15,400, that would make it around £11,400, or a little over €13,200. The bike certainly represents good value for money. However, we'd love to know what you think. Should the bike have kept its WP electronically adjustable fork setup, or do you think CF are out of their league with this new model? Please feel free to drop us a comment below with your take on this bike, and for those of you that are enjoying our content, we hope you will consider making a subscription to our YouTube channel, and very much thank you all for watching this review.